Connor?
Brian.
Alana Sullivan. Welcome to New England.
Thanks.
We weren't expecting you this soon.
Clearly.
Well, your office is right over here.
Kinda hard to focus on work when every day is casual Friday, don't you think?
We haven't noticed a problem so far.
I hope the previous manager isn't upset that I'm moving in.
Nope, she's fine with it. And I'll have the rest of these boxes out of here by this afternoon.
Okay, I apologize.
Hey, can't afford hard feelings.
I know how this probably looks.
Really? How does it look?
It looks like you lost your title because my family owns this company.
Wow, you do know how it looks.
I'm only here to help. Want to have a seat? I want to get off on the right foot here. It looks like you got a sweet little operation.
We did over 20 million in sales last year.
And Connor Tech did over 2 billion. And I'm not here to play my profit is bigger than yours. I am here to work with you. I want to make this company a part of the Connor family, and then I'm going to turn the office right back over to you.
So this demotion really isn't permanent?
Exactly what I'm trying to say. So, can we do this and move on?
Absolutely.
Okay, good. Now, I'm going to need your help with the local realtor. That'll be somebody you trust. I'm going to be here a while and can't be living in a motel.
Right. You're going to be here a while. Keenan O'Dwyer. Nobody knows the local market better.
Maybe you didn't understand. I'm looking for a condo. Something contemporary, low maintenance, downtown.
Trust me to know my business, Mr. Connor. Those places are a dime a dozen. They're made of paper and spit. They go up in a week and down in a year. I respect my clients too much to show any of those. What you want is something with character.
No, I really don't think that I do. How far from town is this place?
Let's just say you have your privacy. At least look at the cottage.
Cottage? It's a cottage.
No, not quite as rustic as that makes it sound. Only a good property with some elbow room, but assuming you have no strong aversion to a little patchwork.
I am really not looking for a fixer-upper.
Well, minor really as such things go. Should be coming up right around this bend here.
Oh, good.
Now, don't say no before you give the place a chance. And don't let the present state of the place cloud your vision. No one's saying that it couldn't use some improvement.
Must have been something once.
Yeah. With a little work, it could be a gain. Most of the structure's original. Some newer construction in parts, if I remember right. Kitchen's being expanded. But still, what you're really paying for here is the property. It's the best 10 acres to be had around here.
It's not at all what I'm looking for. There's no way I could use this much space.
But she's a real charmer, isn't she? Nothing like this in the city.
I don't want to buy, I want to lease.
You don't strike me as the sort to throw money away on rent. This here would be an investment. Seen fine examples of local woodworking inside. A cabinet or two, as I recall.
Those would stay?
Part of the house for 50 years or more. Take your time, look around. I have to check in with the office, but I'll be right here if you have any questions. Hasn't been occupied in a bit.
More than a bit, I'd say.
That's a New England bit, not a Frisco bit. 20 years, maybe 30.
That's a bit.
The floors can use some attention. The fireplace needs a look, I suppose, but it's sound.
Bedrooms upstairs?
Yeah.
Squeaky squeak. Mr. O'Dwyer? Mr. O'Dwyer? Hello? O'Dwyer? Hello?
Hey, there you are. You know the people who owned this place last?
I mean, who owns it now? The Kilgores on the next property. They added this land to theirs some time back. Left it as is, though. Never moved anyone in, at least not for long.
You know why they want to sell?
Well, they're older now. They always hoped their boys would make the land work. Kids grew up, moved to Boston, and opened up a coffee bar. Take a look.
You gotta be kidding. No, there's gotta be a zero missing here.
This isn't California.
Yeah, but even so.
Well, seen enough?
Yeah. I think I have. Considering the size of the property and the age and the style of the house,
That's the number, and it's a fair one. Not a penny more, not a penny less.
Thank you. The sticker doesn't concern him, James.
The price is fine, Mr. Kilgore. The place has been sitting empty so long. I guess what I'm curious about...
As is.
Excuse me?
The place is as it is. Once the money changes hands, I'll wash my hands of the property and everything on it.
There's something you guys aren't telling me.
It's a lovely spot of land. You saw for yourself.
Yeah, but what? The roof leaks. I'd be shocked if it didn't.
Contracts can be messy things. Taking it as is just greases the wheels.
So, is it yes or is it no?
Well, it wasn't at all what I was looking for. But something about it just feels right.
So it's a yes.
It's a yes.
Well, in that case, here's to the new owner.
Cheers. Cheers. Well, Brian, what have you gotten yourself into? Hey! Somebody up there? Hello? Now, I know you all put in the time, but it seems to be on the honor system, and that's hard to account for.
So what are you saying? You don't trust us then?
Not a reflection of trust, or a lack of it.
It's Dylan.
Dylan. Look, you're all gonna need to start keeping accurate track of your hours.
This is a creative business, Mr. Connor. Creativity doesn't punch a time clock.
Like, we're just saying, man.
Some of us kind of work from home when we feel like it.
And some of you kind of take advantage of that. None of you, of course. Creative or not, this is a business. It's gonna run like one and look like one. Mm-hmm. So, let's clean it up.
Man, it serves you right. Who the hell moves to Maine anyway? Hey, man, I hope you get some game in. When you get back, we are playing for money.
I'm in. Might be a while, though. You should see how they're running this place, like a daycare center. It's creative, but not enough business sense to fit inside of a thimble. Except for the woman who had the office before me, total pro.
What, she just walk in on you?
Say hi to Stan.
Hi, Stan.
Wow, she sounds hot. Hey, you want to date a doctor?
She's married.
Yeah, those two things aren't mutually exclusive, my friend.
Look, I'm gonna have to call you back.
Oh, hey, I just wanted to tell you.
I ran to Julie last night.
She's asking about you. I promised her an update. What do I tell her?
Tell her I'm sorry.
Didn't you tell her that already?
Maybe from you she would believe it. Look, I really do. I have to call you back. For me?
Uh-huh. Pens, notepads, and toner. And I can round up an empty thimble if you need one.
Okay, in my defense, that was completely out of context.
Hear you bought a house. The old Kilgore place.
I did. You know it?
Yeah, it's something of a local landmark.
It's gonna take some work before it's a home, but hoping by the time I leave, I can make a little profit.
Lunch money, maybe. Thought you were looking for something move-in ready. I know Dwyer's quite the salesman.
Yeah, it'll keep me busy.
Work here, work there. Little avoidance therapy. Someone back home you're trying to forget.
Studying psychology on our spare time, are we?
Hey, couldn't help but hear.
I was engaged. No, I'm not. My fault.
Not a doubt in my mind.
Okay, light.
After securing the Democratic nomination, Senator John Fitzgerald Kennedy addressed supporters at the Los Angeles Coliseum.
Fellow Democrats,
Kennedy.
let me say first that I
JF?
accept the nomination of the Democratic Party. I accept it without reservation and with only one obligation. The obligation to devote every effort
Okay,
of my
what is this, the
mind and
History Channel?
spirit to lead.
True love.
Hello? Kind of late to be wandering around out here alone, don't you think?
Who are you? What are you doing here?
I live here. I just bought this place.
That's impossible.
Did your car break down? You need help?
Stay back. Stay away. You can't live here. This is my house. It's my garden.
Your house. What are you talking about?
I'm looking for something. For that,
This?
Where did you find it? Slipped from my neck.
Well, if it did, it slipped a long time ago.
Well, may I have it, please?
Yeah. Did you see that?
Whoever you are, whatever you are, you stay away from us!
Hey, that's my house!
Find your locket? Oh, what is it?
I just saw a ghost.
Hey! Miss?
If someone's out here, you step out and show yourself. You hear me?
I didn't imagine it. He had my locket.
There's no ghost. Man's a thief.
Thomas, come back inside, please. He didn't seem dangerous.
I won't put up with trespassers. You step foot on my property again, this is what's waiting for you. Get back in the house. Did he touch you? Did he try to do something?
No, he didn't touch me. He tried to give it back. I was frightened. I was going to take harm.
Sneaking out here in the middle of the night, not anything good. Sneaking food?
No!
What if you lied to me?
Thomas. Lying. Morning, Frank.
Morning. Garden showing off this summer, Mrs. Hargrave? Azaleas in particular?
If you mean those, they're dahlias.
Oh, well, I beg your pardon.
No problem. A handyman doesn't need to know his flowers.
It's something that beautiful, I'd like to know that.
What have you got there, Clemens?
Oh, that bench your wife asked for. I could use a hand if you got a minute.
Nora?
Oh, Frank, it's marvelous.
Where do you want it?
Over here, I suppose.
We can set it down here for now.
Workmanship is wonderful.
Thank you.
What do we owe you?
Oh, just for the materials.
Nothing for your time.
You paid me well enough for the bed frame, Mr. Hargrave. Let this be my gift.
It's a sweet thought, but we really couldn't.
Well, just leave us the bill and let that be that. Well, I need to get to work.
time should I expect you for dinner?
It'll be late. The Avery case goes to court tomorrow, and Steve's still in Florida until he gets back. Everything's falling to me. I don't suppose you were prowling around out here last night, were you?
Why would I be doing that?
Simply a question, Clemens. Just a question.
Did something happen last night?
Nothing worth mentioning.
So, are we here, you think?
Mm-hmm.
Here for a bit.
I got it.
Okay, you okay?
Uh-huh. The perfect spot. Don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
I can sit and read or just watch the garden grow.
Grows quickly, does it?
Mm-hmm.
Just how green is that thumb of yours?
Make fun if you want, Frank, but there's something magical about this place.
No, not before you came. I did some work for the hardwoods before you. They can grow weeds back here. Some can pop begonias. Some can bud rose. Some are hardly fit to trust with anything that grows. Kipling. Man knew what he was talking about. You got the touch.
My mother had a victory garden. Fed the whole neighborhood from it through the war years. Me, I'm partial to flowers. I think I need to rest a bit. I'll leave you to do what you have to do. Can I bring you something?
Coffee to start the day, if you don't mind.
All right.
That is why I need my morning coffee. Thank you.
Sure. Have you gotten any sleep at all since you've been here?
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's all that I need. Hey, you said that you're familiar with the property I bought, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We all used to play up in that area when we were kids. Why do you ask?
Any stories about it? Local legend? Anything?
This is New England. Every house has a story. You know, who slept there, who was born there, who died there.
Who died there? So, any ghost stories?
Well, you know, most everybody's heard one or two wild yarns over the years.
You believe them?
As a kid, I did, sure, but kids will believe anything, right? If you bump into one, let me know. Staff meeting at 10?
Staff meeting at 10. Hi. No, please don't go.
If my husband sees you out here,
You have a husband.
he won't like this at all.
I just want to talk.
I don't understand what's happening. Who are you? Why are you here?
I have the same question for you.
This is my home.
The funny thing about that is this is my home, too. I'm Brian Connor. Are you okay?
Headache from this, from you, my locket.
There are some unusual things going on, and I think that they have something to do with that locket. You saw what happened. Can you explain it?
I can't.
Okay, this is going to be a strange question, but I have to ask. What year is it?
Do I look that stupid?
What year is it for you?
A year is a year. It's the same for everyone. 1960.
1960.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Because for me, It's 50 years later.
That's impossible.
Here, look, I'll show you my license. Okay, see that right there? That year? That's the year I was born. The flowers in the house. Are those from you? Are they from this garden?
I pick them fresh each day.
Okay, there are no flowers here now.
No flowers. There are flowers everywhere.
No, they're not here. Not where I am.
Look. Look here. What just happened?
I don't understand this any more than you do. There are 50 years between you and I, and yet somehow, you and I, we share this space.
Wood wasn't sealed properly. Roses could bring this down.
You can save it, Frank. It's the kind of faith I have in you.
You're obviously not from around here. You don't have the main pessimism. Still under the weather?
Cold or something, I suppose. But it doesn't usually hang on like this. I should go in. He must have better things to do than watch me garden.
I thought he was done with the work we asked him to do.
He was, but there's always something, and with you not around...
What's wrong with the arbor?
Age, weather, the weight of the roses. I'd like to see this garden last another 50 years.
Why 50?
Thomas, it's just a number.
Another headache.
It'll pass.
And the fever last night?
I'm fine. If I weren't, who'd fix your meals and clean the house? Frank out there.
I don't like the way he looks at you.
He looks at me because we talk, no other reason. Maybe if I were one of your clients, I could get your attention now and then, too. Thomas. Tom, please, I've been thinking it's so lonely out here when you're gone, and I know how hard you work.
You have no idea what I have to deal with every day. The pressures of my job, what's expected of me. Nora, what is this about?
And the dress shop in town is advertising for help.
You saying they can't support us?
I'm not saying that.
Then there's no need for you to work. And once he is done with that arbor, he is done. For good. Am I understood?
Dear Mr. Connor, knowing you may one day be redoing this cottage to suit you, I thought I could write and hide this letter somewhere you might find it all those years from now. You may be nothing more than a fever-induced figment of my imagination. And that would be fine too, since even an imaginary friend is more than I have at the moment. Did I introduce myself when we met in the garden? I can't remember. My name is Nora Hargrave. I haven't had an experience with ghosts before, so I'm not clear about this. Am I the ghost, or are you? I thought that sort of thing came only out of some unspeakable tragedy. But the only tragedy in my life is this marriage. I moved to this house and this state a little over a year ago when I married my husband for all the wrong reasons. I didn't know him well enough, and now that I do, it's too late. But I've made my bed. Isn't that the expression? Some men change after they get what they want. That's Thomas in a nutshell. I fell in love, or at least I thought I did, with an exciting attorney, slightly older, set in his ways. But the minute I said I do, he became moody and possessive, never trusting me, always watching from a doorway or window. A terrible temper. How did I miss that? That's not what I thought love would be. And certainly not what I hoped.
Nora, are you upstairs?
Okay, this is good. This is strong work. I'm a managed service provider, but the security test came back with a whole host of bugs that need your attention. Mia, why don't you pitch in on that? And Dylan, I need you to revise the SSL certificates. 2 attempts in a week. These hackers are killing us.
All right, I got it.
Good. Okay, next. Oh, yes, research. They finally came up with our top 5 VPS hosting competitors. I want everybody in here to read this report, stay sharp, and I mean everybody.
Brian, I think everyone's put in a long one. How about we call it quits for today?
Okay, yeah, we're good. Great work, everybody, and let's call it a day.
You should take a break, too. Wouldn't hurt you to kick back a little.
Barely past 6, half a day today.
My reputation precedes me. Not sure how I feel about that. Is that my friend up over here?
The usual. Thank you, very kind of you. So, how's the cottage? Everything quiet out there?
Why wouldn't it be?
Old houses have their peculiarities, is all.
So, before me, before the Kilgores, who lived in the place?
Oh, that'd be a while back. Almost before my time.
Name Hargrave mean anything to you?
Hargrave, you say? Thanks, son.
A lawyer and his wife. Do you have any idea what happened to them?
Where'd you hear that name?
I found it on some papers at the house.
It's probably best you don't spread that around town. If some things happen, time is no way of healing.
No, you can't leave it at that.
I think I can. Thanks for the drink.
I have heard things out there. Voices. You don't seem all that surprised.
No, I am. Voices in the house, you say? My goodness.
And I've seen a woman.
You saw her?
And you do know what I'm talking about.
If you think you can get out of the real estate contract, Mr. Connor, that deal is ironclad. You agreed to take it as is.
I am not trying. I'm just trying to figure out what I'm dealing with. Is it all in my head?
Old houses play tricks, is all. I remember a place I had with my first wife when the winter winds came howling. Oh, remember one day.
Did the winds talk to you? Did you talk to the winds?
You had an actual conversation?
More than once.
Well, all I can say is I never believed it. But if something is happening out there, which I'm not saying it is, then such things need to stay dead and buried. Good day, Mr. Connor. Thanks for the drink.
Dear Mr. Connor, I find it oddly comforting writing to you. Thomas insisted on this place far from just about everything. He says he needs the quiet this cottage affords. It does have that all right, in abundance. So I've made this garden my life. But can loneliness be fatal? I wonder.
Sorry to call you all this way for what's probably nothing.
Headaches, night sweats, anything else?
A sort of ache in my joints. I thought it must be the weather, but it doesn't go away.
But you're originally from Ohio, aren't you? Well, then you ought to be used to our seasons by now. Still, it's a possibility.
Will this take long? I can't imagine it's anything serious.
It isn't, is it?
What's this? What's this rash?
Oh, it's been there a while.
She works in the garden. It's thorns from some roses, nettles from the brush.
Maybe.
Well, I have a court date, so I can't be late for that.
Let me walk you out, Tom. I'll be back in a minute. We need to take a blood sample just to be sure. I'm concerned about your wife's health. And I'm surprised that you're not.
Nora's always been soft. Nothing's ever easy with her.
But if the woman's truly ill...
Nora wants attention.
Look, as I said, I've seen these same symptoms all over this area, the same odd rash.
Is something wrong with Mrs. Hargrave?
Family business, Clemens, and none of yours. I'm telling you, most of this is in her head. You give her a lotion for the rash, something for her headache, and she'll be fine. You've got my office number.
Oh, you shouldn't be out of bed.
He's not happy I'm sick.
Well, a man can't blame you for having an illness.
You don't know my husband.
Oh, I know him. He's been my patient for a long time. Stubborn man, your husband.
You're not telling me anything I don't know.
Still, he treats you well. You're happy enough?
Would it make any difference if I said no?
Well, let's draw that blood.
Come on, Nora.
I could tell from the way Dr. Bowers acted that there's something wrong. Maybe it's this place. The headaches only began when I moved here, or shortly after, so it doesn't take much for me to associate them. And there's a rash on my arm, round and red like a bullseye. My husband thinks it's only a scratch from the garden, but that should have gone away weeks ago. Then there are the fevers and the pain in my joints that keep me in bed more and more lately. But all this from a rash, really. I'm beginning to wonder if this isn't just all in my head. This is why I'm not entirely certain I'm actually writing to anyone at all. Because in my fever the other day, I swear I saw you at the bedroom doorway. You looked very concerned about me. And I take that as a comfort these days, when there's so little else to depend on.
All the symptoms you're giving me are classic Lyme disease. I mean, the rash alone is a dead giveaway. Your friend's doctor couldn't figure that out.
He's not up on the latest breakthroughs.
Yeah, it's not exactly news. We've been treating this since the mid-'70s. Some crack medical staff she has in her corner. She's got to get this taken care of, man.
So, Lyme's disease, this is serious.
It varies, but yeah, sure. I mean, it could lead to meningitis, paralysis, even heart problems.
Okay, well, I want to help her out. Can you send me a list of the medicines she should be taking?
It's all pretty straightforward, man. Any doctor worth his or her degree back there could...
Stan, I need a list. Can you email me one? Can you do that?
For you, sure.
Hey, one more thing. You got to limit it to medicines that they would have had on hand in 1960.
1960. There's more to this story, isn't there?
I gotta get this.
Don't you even think about leaving
me hang
as
like
soon
that.
as you can, Stan,
Hey,
okay?
hey!
This is Brian Connor?
Ryan, hey, it's me.
Julie.
I am so sorry that I hurt you.
No, look, it's okay. No need to replay that conversation. I don't even really know why I called. I guess it's because I'm going to a friend's wedding this weekend.
Any wonder it made me think of you.
My priorities were totally screwed up, and...
Yeah, well, your career has always come first. And it wasn't just that night, Brian.
I'm sorry I called. I think it was a mistake. It was just that I was...
thinking about you, and I was missing your voice.
Jules.
Please, listen.
Brian, I gotta go.
Thank you, Stan. Wishing you all the best. I don't know if this works both ways, but it's worth a shot. Dear Nora, show this to your doctor. It's from a friend of mine who knows what he's talking about.
I don't mean to disturb you, but I thought maybe some soup and some tea.
You made that for me.
Don't be too impressed. I just opened a can and boiled some water.
Thank you.
I thought with your husband not here to take care of you.
Oh, it can't be helped. He's working on an important case in Augusta for a couple of days. He made arrangements with Dr. Bowers to check on me.
Well, you still gotta eat. Keep up your strength. Damn, let me fix those pillows.
You're very good at this.
My mother was a nurse. I hope you liked tomatoes. All I could find in the kitchen.
It's good. It's hot.
You know, if you're hungry after that, I could whip up a cheese sandwich. That's about the extent of my kitchen skills.
Well, it's too bad your mother wasn't a chef.
Oh, well, she could cook. Yeah. She just never taught me.
Frank, I need to ask a favor.
Yes, ma'am. Do you mind if I ask? How did you two meet?
A legal conference in Cincinnati. I was working the front desk. He wasn't like anyone I'd met before.
Well, there's one thing we can agree on.
You don't like him much, do you, Frank?
I have no reason to think one way or another about Mr. Hargrave.
Who did you say gave you this list? A doctor?
A friend who wants to help, and I trust him. Do the medications make any sense, given what I'm dealing with?
Well, on the face of it, possibly. Quite an interesting approach. Most of these drugs are brand new on the market.
I hope they might be worth a try.
Well, there are risks, of course. You may do nothing at all, or you may have an adverse reaction to the drugs.
Well, anything is better than what I'm living with now.
And it's absolutely worth a try. Let's give you that prescription.
Come on, Nora. Tell me if the drugs are working.
What is all this he gave you? You know, these could be the problem. You need to get rid of this stuff.
No, Thomas. I know those are right for me. Please. Please don't take those from me. I need them. Please. Please.
So she tell you she had a rough night?
Yes. Seems to be passing. Her fever's breaking. Whatever this illness, the drugs seem to be doing their work. You can thank her friend for that.
What friend is that?
Oh, I assumed you knew. Somebody gave her a list of medications, and they turned out to be exactly what she needed.
So she came to see you. How did she get there?
I didn't ask.
But she's out of danger now.
Not completely, but there's hope. And I'd say that's all that's really important. Wouldn't you, Tom? Tom?
Right.
Feel like joining us for a drink? Margaritas are half price, and we're all feeling a little south of the border.
New England Mexican.
Lobster tacos.
Oh, no, you go ahead.
Flowers, jeans. Who are you, and what have you done with Brian Connor?
Brian Connor is taking your advice, living life a little slower. No cause for alarm.
Good. Sales are up. Morale, too, surprisingly. We're really glad you came.
You don't mean that, but thank you. That's good to hear.
Actually, I do. We were getting a little lazy and predictable. Every shirt needs some starch now and then.
Is that what I am?
Okay, bad metaphor. But I think you'd be happier about all this.
Look, I have a sick friend, and I'm waiting for news.
Oh, sorry about that.
Me too.
Okay, boss. See you Monday.
Adios.
Nope, it's just us.
Yeah, man, I'll see you tomorrow. Thank God! I can't believe it. You look great.
Thank you. The medicines work. My doctor doesn't know how.
I can't tell you how worried I was. I hadn't seen you. Your letter stopped showing up. I didn't know what had happened.
I haven't felt this good in months. I wish there was some way I could repay you.
Yeah, actually, there is. You could tell me about this.
The locket.
I mean, it seems to be the thing that brought us together. Is there some kind of magic in it?
It was my grandmother's, and it comes with a story.
I would like to hear that story.
All right. My family always thought it had special powers. My grandfather was a young doctor. He was single and not happy about it. And one of his patients couldn't afford to pay him, and so they gave him this in exchange, promising it would point the way to true love. That summer, he met a girl at a dance, and she became my grandmother. My mother wore it to the party where she met my father. I was wearing it when I got my first kiss. I'd like to give it to my daughter one day, if I have one.
I wish I could just hand it to you.
It's in good hands.
True love, huh?
Don't tell me there's no one in your life.
No. I mean, there was Julie. We were engaged until recently, but...
What happened?
I don't know. Maybe it was me. Maybe it was us. Our family and friends all expected us to marry, and we never questioned it, but... I mean, everybody always said, oh, you're such a perfect couple.
No relationship is big enough for everyone. You can't live your life on the expectations of others.
So what's the answer?
I'm probably not the person to ask. Look at my marriage.
Yeah, you know, that's a very good point. You ever think about leaving him?
How can I? We're married.
No, I'm sorry. You really are from another time.
Marriage isn't sacred to you?
Yeah, but it has to be based on mutual respect. 50-50, partnership. I mean, if you don't have that, what do you have?
I should go in.
Hey, wait. Before you go, tell me about this. This garden. When you look at it, what do you see?
It's full of the most wonderful blooms. Roses and hyacinths, dahlias, azaleas, summer wildflowers with a mind of their own, explosions of color. And when the summer air catches it, it's like some amazing perfume. I wish you could smell it, see it all through my eyes.
I can. I do. It's beautiful.
I honestly believe that if I didn't have this,
Nora.
Hey, Mr. Connor.
How'd it go, Dylan?
Well, I tracked down every directory I could find. It's every county.
Good job.
Just like you wanted. You really need them for this weekend, huh?
If it wasn't important, I wouldn't have asked, I promise.
It's just... For the internet access, you need those phone books?
Somebody that I can't find online. Somebody that used to live around here. It's complex.
Do you need a hand bringing them in, or...?
No, I'm good. I'm gonna make myself a sandwich. You want one?
No, actually, you know, I'm good. I've got plans with the lady and everything, so I gotta get going, but...
All right.
It's really nice to see this place come alive again.
Yeah, it is.
Probably make the Sunday section if you're still a newspaper. I'll see you later, Mr. Connor.
Thanks, Dylan.
Hardenville. H-A-H...
Hargrave Thomas. Hargrave Thomas.
Hello?
Mr. Hargrave? Thomas Hargrave?
Who's calling?
You Connor?
Brian Connor. Mr. Hargrave. Thanks for meeting with me. Have a seat. Can I buy you some lunch?
Yeah. What's this all about?
I was hoping that I could talk to you about your wife, about Nora.
How would you know Nora?
I don't. Exactly. It's hard to explain.
Well, you brought me all this way down here. Try.
You know, is there any chance that she's still around? 'Cause I would love to talk to her.
Nora died years ago. A lot of years.
You mind telling me how it happened?
I do. What business could it possibly be of yours?
This is gonna sound crazy. But I think there's a chance that I can save Nora.
Save her?
Yeah.
You're out of your mind. The woman's dead.
No, I own the house. The one that you two shared back in 1960. I just bought it and I know things.
I know things too, Connor. I know my wife's death was an accident. Accidents can happen. They happen all the time around here. Good day to you.
The whole story? But it's nothing but local gossip.
It's not gossip, Alana. My grandfather was with the fire department when it happened. If it hadn't been for him...
Guys, can we do this one at a time from the beginning? I need to hear it all.
Okay. Well, the way I heard it, Hargrave was pretty much a monster, okay? But he had this beautiful young wife.
Oh, yeah, who was a model from New York City, too. Really? Huh?
Anyway, they fought all the time. She just didn't fit in, and she missed the city. But I heard it was Miami.
She'd married him for his money.
You sure about that?
Totally. Ask anybody. String of boyfriends on the side, too. Mm-hmm. That doesn't excuse what happened.
Just get to the good stuff, all right? Or you know what? Here. I'm gonna bring up an article. Give me a second here.
Anyway, the husband was always taking his bad moods out on her. So finally, one night, she decides to leave the guy. Just pack up and get out of there. But the husband gets wind of it and locks her in her room. Then he sets the house on fire with her in it.
Oh, my God. Why didn't you tell me that from the beginning?
It didn't seem important, I guess. It's ancient history.
Hey, I got it. Here. Hey, isn't this your new place?
Well, obviously the whole house didn't burn, just the bedroom, her room. And ever since then, people say that when the wind is still and the moon is full,
Hi.
Julie! Hey.
Hi.
I thought that you were...
My friend's wedding. Yeah. It was in New York. Didn't I mention that?
No.
No.
No, you did not.
Well, I realized I'd never seen Maine before, and since I was in the area, I figured I'd stop by and check every... Is there somewhere a little bit more private?
Yeah, my office is this way.
Hi. That's the ex-fiance.
Who's the blonde? She's really pretty. Is that the one you're seeing?
Alana?
Yeah.
No. So, hey, what a surprise.
I had to see you. I don't like the way things ended.
Neither do I. For the record,
My parents weren't too pleased about it either. You didn't only do this to me, Brian, but... I'm sorry. I promised myself I wouldn't go there.
Hey, look, it's all right. It's all my fault.
Oh, good. Well, at least we're on the same page. Look, I got a room down at the B&B, and I don't have to go right home. So, it's up to you. I mean, if you wanted, we could talk. I mean, I could come see your place.
You want to come see my new place?
Yeah, of course. Unless there's some reason why I shouldn't.
No, there's not. God, no, I'm just in the middle of remodeling it. It's really not ready for anybody to see.
I don't care. I want to see it. Come on, I'll even bring dinner.
This fork is dirty.
I'll get a new one.
So what'd you do today?
Did laundry. Fixed dinner.
You're not wearing your locket. I'm guessing that means that you haven't seen that man again.
It's in my head. The fever.
Mr. Clemens? Has he been around?
Not that I know of. He makes his own schedule.
So no more medical advice then?
Frank's a handyman. What would he know about it? I'll get that.
No, let me.
Mr. Hargrave, I'm so sorry to bother you this hour. It's the only time I can catch you lately.
What is it?
Well, I'd like to finish the arbor this week, but I'll need a check to cover the balance of the materials. Look, all I need is the check. Even part will do if you don't have it all right now.
Nora was telling me that you were the one behind the medication. That you gave her that list.
She couldn't have told you that because it's not true.
But you did drive her into town to the doctor?
Yes, sir. You were off in Portland and she needed a ride. It's not fair that she's stuck out here, away from everything.
It's none of your concern.
Thomas, your dinner's getting cold.
Quiet, Nora. You need to stay away from my wife.
No, she's a special lady, and I'm not sure you appreciate
I don't
that.
need you telling me how to run my household.
Stop it! No, stop! What is wrong with you? Stop it!
You're insane.
You get out of here, you hear me? You never come back! You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, I think maybe your wife does too.
Stop it! Stop!
Nora, you get in the house!
No!
I said...
I heard what you said, and I said no! Go have your dinner! Go! Go! We'll go!
Okay, so dining room, and this is the kitchen.
Fresh flowers? Not you.
They're from a friend.
Well, this was the best I could do. Not much in the way of fine dining in this town. Brian, can you give me the plates, please?
Yeah. Well, you know, take out Chinese. I like it.
Really? Gosh, that's weird. It's weird because you used to be the king of four-star restaurants.
You know, I'm not as much into that as I used to be. No, actually, I don't think I ever was. It was Stan and Vicky. You know, Taylor, they were the ones who were in the latest and greatest. I just tagged along. Did what was expected of me.
Yeah, was I one of those expectations?
That's how it started to feel. Like we were together because we were supposed to be, not because we wanted to be.
Really? Because I never felt like I was filling some obligation when I was with you.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Because in the beginning it was fun, but I don't know. You know? We started living such different lives. You wanted parties and restaurant art openings.
Really? And what did you want?
Surprisingly, I think this house, or something like it. Yeah, I'm gonna go and wash up, okay? If you need anything, just shout.
I hate him. You don't know it.
Actually, I do. I met him this week.
Thomas, where? How could that happen?
He's old, he's frail, but he is still everything you told me. Nora, you need to get out. You need to leave.
Why? What do you know?
I know that it's not safe for you to stay.
Here, but this is my home. He's my husband. We have our problems,
Nora,
but...
you need to leave.
You're frightening me. You know something? Do you? Am I going to die?
I read a newspaper article on the internet.
The what?
How do I explain this? It's like a personal library with old articles, magazines, newspapers, and there was an article about a fire here at the house.
But there's been no fire here.
Not yet.
When? Is that how I...
No, I don't. It doesn't have to be. See, I think that's why we met, so that I could warn you.
If it's already happened...
No, listen. You gotta pack your things and you gotta leave.
But just like that.
Just like that.
Thomas is a lot of things. But he's my husband.
But he doesn't act like it. You told me that in all of your letters.
Still,
No, listen. I was right about the medicine. Wasn't I? You gotta trust me one more time. All right, you gotta go in there, you gotta pack your things, Nora, and you gotta leave now. Please. Do you trust me?
Yes. I absolutely do.
Okay.
Brian, if things were different, if time were on our side, do you feel that?
I'm beginning to feel that if you care about someone enough, time doesn't mean a thing.
I wish that that were true.
Nora! Nora!
I should go.
What took you so long? Where are you going?
True love. That's not your taste, Brian. This was something your friend left behind.
What do you think you're doing?
You're a smart man, Thomas. The suitcase, clothes.
Don't think you're gonna leave me.
It's not up for discussion. I need to get away from here, from you. I need to clear my head.
You think you can embarrass me, huh?
Well, I won't allow it!
I've had more than enough of your rules and your suspicions.
Put this down! No!
No! This door!
You don't tell me what to do! It's my house! I make the rules!
Please, open the door. Chloe? Let me out! Let me out! Chloe? Oh no! Open this door!
Nora?
Who the hell are you?
Hargrave?
Get out of my house! Where's Nora? How do you know my wife? Who are you?
So all the stories are true. You saved yourself and you left her up there to die. Not this time.
Nora! Are you in there?
Brian?
I have to get you out. There's a fire!
He's locked the door. You need a key. Thomas has it. Brian.
Stay with me.
Stop!
Let her go. You both have to leave.
I will not be made a fool of.
No one's going anywhere.
Put the gun down. We need to get out of here.
Is this someone else you can see behind my back?
Get out, Nora. Go.
Now!
I won't leave you here.
It was you the whole time, wasn't it?
You don't understand.
Please, please, Thomas, don't do this.
You have to put the gun down. If you don't leave this house, you're gonna die.
Thomas, don't! What's happening?
Julie, what did you do? For God's sakes, what did you do?
I found her locket. It slipped out of my hand and fell into the fireplace. I'm sorry. But is she the real reason why you came here? Why you left?
You have no idea what you've done.
You can tell me about her.
I wouldn't know where to start.
Come on, we're friends. Friends talk. Is that hers?
It's an heirloom. The story is that it has the ability to point to true love.
True love? Are you kidding me? Are you serious?
Look, there's a connection, but it's... Wow, I really can't explain this.
Yeah, I can see that. And I think I should probably call tonight because I have an early plane tomorrow. You can call me tomorrow if you want, but I seriously doubt that's going to happen.
Julie, you know
what?
We're going to be honest with each other. But I think we need to confront the fact. I don't think that this relationship is what either one of us wants.
Oh, you might be right if we were being honest. But after all these years, why start now?
Hey, look. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Yeah, you too. I mean, whatever it is. If it's her, then that too.
Thomas. Nora. My God. We changed history.
Looking for someone?
Nora Hargrave.
Hargrave? Don't know about that, but Nora, yes. She was taken to East Hills nursing home a few weeks ago, poor thing. I'm sure she'd appreciate a visit. Those are beautiful. It's you, isn't it?
Yeah, it's me. Hi, Nora.
I knew you'd come.
Sorry it took me so long.
What's 50 years between friends? Those are for me?
Yep. They're from our garden.
They're lovely. So, you brought it back, did you?
It's back however it happened. You would be very proud.
I can't believe it's you.
Well, lucky for me, I can prove it.
I love it. Oh, my. I was beginning to think I'd never see it again.
Hey, that's not like you. How you doing?
Oh, look at me. I'm old. I'm not well. This time, I don't think even this locket has enough magic to change that.
Surprised us last time.
Is that my husband?
Yeah, your husband?
Frank, this is my friend Brian.
Brian? My wife's told me all about you through the years. I mean, she thinks if it weren't for you, she wouldn't be here.
And you believe that story?
Well, it's important that Nora believed it.
Wait, listen. You got remarried, but you were still listed under Hargrave. Why?
I always hoped you'd come looking for me one day. A lot of Noras to sort through in New England, I imagine.
Grandpa?
Someone you need to meet, Brian Connor. My granddaughter, Sarah.
It's a pleasure.
Brian Connor? The Brian Connor?
Didn't I tell you he'd be back?
Quite a resemblance, huh?
Remarkable.
He brought me flowers, Sarah. And something I've been hoping to give you one day.
Is that it? I've only seen it in pictures.
Help her with that, will you, Brian?
Thank you.
As it happens, there's a story that goes along with it.
Yes, Grandma, you've told me.
It's a good one. Share it with Brian. Will you, dear?
You feel like a walk in the garden?
Always.
I loved you back then, you know, all those years.
I loved you too. But it doesn't seem all that long ago.